What's up, gang? You know what I want to talk about today? Gloves. The prevailing wisdom in motorcycling is that you gotta wear all the gear all the time, which I wholeheartedly agree with. At right? All the gear all the time. That means your helmet, your jacket, your pants, your boots, your gloves. Wait, your gloves. If you're a beginner and you're kind of trying to figure out what kind of gloves do I get, I'm at a loss. I mean, I go into a Home Depot and there's gloves. Should I wear those gloves? I go into Cycle Gear. There's gloves there. Should I go? Oh my God, those are $50 and more. What kind of gloves should you wear? So you have the people that don't wear any gear. They don't have any gloves on. They just kind of do that. And then there's people that wear gloves that have no fingers. I don't know how those are supposed to protect you. They don't. Then you have people that wear mechanics gloves. You know, the ones you buy at Home Depot or like fake leather ones from there. Then there's people that wear the tactical gloves. I'll show you those. Then you have a level above that where they're kind of like gauntleted gloves. And that's the ones you kind of see with all the hard knuckles and protection, and the ones that professional racers wear, or what do you call them, street Rossies wear. Okay, so where do I start? Where do you start? My philosophy is that something is better than nothing. But there's levels of this something, right? Now, I'm not even going to talk about those, gloves that are fingerless. That they're not worth talking about. But here we go. Mechanics gloves. These are probably your cheapest option. They're readily available anywhere you go. Any hardware store will have them. Are they good enough? No. Will they protect you? Somewhat, depending on the glove you buy. These have some sort of padding on them. They're usually pretty sturdy, but not really. There's some areas that are open. I'll be honest with you, I've thrown these on going, 5-10 minute rides here and there. Something better than nothing, right? Longer rides, I wouldn't recommend it. But maybe as a spare set of gloves in your luggage or in your pocket, something just in case, perfect thing for it. Next set, all right, leather gloves that you can get from also hardware store. These are like your gardening gloves, things like that. They're a little sturdier because they're just mostly leather. A lot of cafe racer guys wear these, hipsters, blah, 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 guys with beards. There's no protection on these. There's no hard knuckles. There's no sliders. There's nothing. But again, it's one of those things where something is better than nothing, right? So they're also not the most articulated. They're not the most comfortable. They're a little clumsy because they're so thick. There's all these seams. I wouldn't wear these for too long if I were you. Next set. Cafe Racer gloves, leather gloves. Okay, these kind of look like they have a little bit of extra something, but not really. It's all for looks, right? They look great. They're these little brown leather driving gloves. Let's see, should I turn on the light? Probably to help you see guys better. How about that? There we go. You can see these now, right? Okay, they are, again, leather. There's some padding now. These will not protect you. They're not even sliders, but they're mostly for comfort, right? Riding around. These knuckles are not hard, but extra pieces of leather maybe will help you a little bit more. Next set. The ones I already wore. Basically the same thing. Not even worth talking about. Just some expensive leather. There's not really anything on them that's different. Okay, here's the fun part. This is where we get into tactical gloves, okay? Now you see these on Amazon a lot. A lot of people wear these. They're for airsoft. They're for army or guys that like to play like they're in the army sort of thing. They do come, you can hear that. They come with some knuckle protection, okay? There's also these little protectors on the fingers, but it's mostly fabric. It's mostly fabric, and probably won't protect you all that well. I have another set here that's a little more upgraded. You could see, again, hard knuckle. Again, these little breathers, there's some airs for air support. These also, you can use your phone with these. Fun stuff. Again, slightly longer rides, good. Dirt riding, yeah. Around town, maybe slower speeds. But if you're doing long hauls, I wouldn't recommend it. Okay, the final ones are, of course, the ones that you see professional racers wear. I don't have those, I'll be honest with you. But I have something, I guess, similar. These are my winter gloves, but they are also the most protective, okay? So you have hard knuckles, okay? You have protection here, here, and here. There are sliders that protect you if you go down. There's even a little wiper blade that can help you wipe the screen of your helmet if it gets too much rain. It's kind of cool. It's cute. Again, sliders on the edges. So these will protect you the most. And these are just cheap, crappy ones from Amazon. So in summation, it really, really, really depends on what kind of riding you do. If you're gonna do long haul, 200-300 miles a day, multiple days, the chance of you going down increases exponentially. So why not get something a little bit more protective, right? Something like the last ones. If you're going about town, 20-30 minutes here and there, you know, something like this, I feel like it's going to be good enough. I would say avoid the mechanics gloves. Use them as backups. If somebody forgets them, or yours rip, or you lose yours somewhere, you have a pair of gloves to go somewhere. Throw them in under your seat, in your tail bag, wherever you gotta go. But I wouldn't use them for everyday kind of riding or long term. But yeah, hopefully this kind of helped you. I have all these kinds of gloves, and to be honest, I wear all of them, including the mechanics gloves. So do as I say, not as I do. Anyway, so I'll see you guys next time. Ride safe. Hey, look at you. Good for you. You made it to the end of another one of my great/dumb videos. I probably did a review of some gear that you can't get in the States, or maybe I worked on my bikes a little bit here and there. Either way, we're done. We made it. But good news. Here's a video. Here's a video. Check those out. Maybe you'll like those too.